Welcome to the Toms River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're a concerned Toms River resident. That's why I'm doing the show, because you are concerned, and I can see it. I see it in your eyes that you're concerned. Got a busy show. We're going to talk about additional school aid, Murphy's budget, open space to buy land to hold off development, sex offenders in Toms River, and NJR Home Services, all today. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. I like to fix myself. Yeah, I'm losing weight here, so my watches don't fit. Gotta get some links taken out of my bands. It's even worse than my regular daily watch. Again, if you need to get in touch with me, go to my website, HMG TV Shows. There you can send me an email. You can watch all the programming. We do this, we stream a lot of our programs, livestream.com. Download the app. You can watch all the shows there. We archive on our website. We're archiving through livestream.com. You miss a show, you can go back and get a show. We're really starting to push our streaming. You can tweet me at JC Hudson Media. I'm like the easiest guy in the world to get in touch with. And our shows are on Facebook. Toms River Show's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's on livestream.com. Comcast Channel 19. Saturdays, 10 o'clock. Mondays at 6 o'clock. We got a lot of Toms River going on. Governor Murphy had his budget announcement last week. I have high hopes for Governor Murphy. I need the Murph man to do 2 terms, and that's because he has been successful. Now, the last Democrat to do 2 terms in Trenton was the late Brendan Byrne, whose ashes were just here in the homeland, Jersey City. That's where all of you Toms River people come from, as do I. I don't know why they're taking his ashes on tour. Governor Murphy has announced his budget. Now, Toms River, as it stands right now, is in for $1.2 or $1.3 million in additional school aid, which I'm sure Toms River would be very thankful for. It's got to get through the Assembly and the Senate, and it's got to be voted on and all, and there'll be a lot of horse trading. That's what we need more, horse trading. People got to get along in Trenton. Republicans, the Democrats, the Independents, you know, the campaigns are over. Let's do the business of the people. The only thing that concerned me greatly with Governor Murphy's budget announcement was tax, and tax. I'm of the belief we need to get our house in order. We can't be number one in everything that's bad. Jersey is. You know, we're number 1 and number 2. Property taxes, number 1 and number 2. Fuel taxes, now number 1 and number 2. Sales tax, I think we're number 1. You know, we just boosted that up. You know, you got an additional $1.5 billion in revenue spending. Governor Murphy's bringing the sales tax back to 7%. You know, that was part of the trade-off when we jumped the fuel tax like 30-some-odd cents a gallon, that we would crank back the sales tax a little bit. And now we're going to bring it back to 7%. Yeah, it's not like it's a big deal to me. Yeah, it's not even noticeable, really. You know, it's a small percentage, unless you're buying something pretty big. But it was part of the deal. It says, we're going to raise your fuel taxes. We were the lowest. Now we're going to be like number 2 in the country. And we're going to back off the sales tax a little. So that was our deal. And now he's going back on that, or at least Trenton's deal with us. He included the pot sales, marijuana sales in the budget. Now, I don't know if he's going to get that approved by the end of the year to have it in the budget. And it's debatable on how much money you're going to get. Depends on who you talk to. This could be the holy grail. We got a lot of potheads in Jersey. If you listen to some of these people, they're talking about some serious money coming out of pot sales. You know, it's like cigarettes. Yeah, I guess we're going to tax it on the line of cigarettes. You know, a pack of Marlboros, I think, is like $8. But, you know, there's about $6 of that is taxes. I guess that's the game plan. You know, Governor Murphy wants to tax Uber and Airbnb, e-cigarettes, raise the corporate tax, which was suggested by Senator Sweeney. But one thing Governor Murphy mentioned was a shared services czar. That was, you know, the thing that I was most impressed about. Now, again, you know, I seen Governor McGreevey and Governor Florio in the audience, and it's funny, a guy in the New York Post wrote the same story, I think Sunday, about seeing these two former mayors, governors, and the tax increases. I understand that Murphy wants to get more revenue in, but I don't know you come out of the, you know, out of the chute saying tax, 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 because, you know, Florio, one term, McGreevey didn't make one term, Corzine, one term. He doesn't want to repeat those mistakes, and he's so much smarter than these other guys. You know, he's talking about funding New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit has turned into a laughingstock countrywide. At one time, it was, you know, the transportation system you pointed to. But there's a lot of reasons New Jersey Transit turned into a you know, dysfunctional organization. And a lot had to do with politicians asking for New Jersey Transit to do things, asking for programs in their communities. He's got to look at New Jersey Transit and says, did this make money? And if we put a route of light rail or a train station or whatever in a certain area and that spurs development, the state should share in that development until the bonds are paid off. Say we run the light rail into Bergen County, which was supposed to in Jersey City. We have the light rail here. And development sprouts up alongside the rail, the light rail. The state should share in that. You should share in that. But one of the sad things about everything Governor Murphy talked about, he never mentioned reducing property taxes. Well, we'll pick this up in a minute. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'm Pat O'Melia. You're a concerned Tom's River resident. That's why I'm doing the show, because you're concerned. And I can see it in your eyes that you're concerned. Getting back to Governor Murphy, yeah, we need to get the house in order. We need to cut property taxes. We can't be number one, number two in these things. And shared services, he is 100% right on this. And he's got to make mandates. The state's great at throwing mandates out and what we call unfunded mandates in most cases. Mandate that the municipalities start sharing services. You take the big cities. Jersey City, the second largest, probably the largest city in the state. They should be doing shared services with the state of New Jersey, with their own home county of Hudson. You know, there's so much going on. There's state roads going through, there's county roads, there's city parks, county parks, state parks, all that. We could be working together, and Tom's River, it's the same thing. Tom's River should be working with the county of Ocean. They should be working with the state of New Jersey. Anywhere we can spread out the expense. I mentioned Route 37 with road work. You know, we got the state crews coming in. Well, you got Tom's River crews right here. Tom's River can fill those potholes as well as the state does and bill the state. This way the state doesn't have to dedicate a crew here. That's how you do shared services. You know, we got 565 towns, municipalities, cities, that sort of thing. Do we really need them? Like I mentioned in Hudson County. There's 12 cities in Hudson County. You got 2 that are postage stamps, Guttenberg, East Newark. Each of them have city services and chiefs of police and mayors and council people and all these various departments. You can eliminate that and roll that into another city. The same thing with Toms River. You can roll a lot into Toms River where you start spreading the expenses. He was 100% right on that. Governor Murphy also talked about bringing up the minimum wage, bringing it immediately up to 11 and up to 15 in very short order. That has to be rethought, because minimum wage was never to be a living wage. It was never meant to raise a family on. But yeah, you got to give Governor Murphy some more time. Yeah, I would have preferred he didn't come out of the chute tax. But he's going to try to generate revenue. One of the big issues in Toms River is overdevelopment. It is the reason you have 3 Democratic council people. For that matter, I sent emails to all 3 Democratic council people, especially Roddick, about bringing him in, because he's the guy that's talking about limiting multifamily development to stop the overdevelopment in Toms River. And I haven't heard back from them yet, which I'm kind of curious that I have not heard back from any of them. Mo Hill, Admiral Dr. Councilman Mo Hill, like Mo, suggested, everybody understands there's overdevelopment in Toms River. And, Jersey City, the homeland, Toms River is a microcosm of Jersey City. What happens in Jersey City is easy to apply to Toms River. And, Jersey City population is 3 times the size, but you can really go interchangeable on some ideas. We have an overdevelopment problem here in Jersey City. That's where I'm based. That's my hometown, where most of you people came from, Jersey City. You need to slow down or limit or be more creative with development in Toms River, or you will share the problems we have in Jersey City. Now, Mo Hill, Councilman Hill, suggested doubling the open space tax from 1.5 to 3%. This way, this town can buy up land for open space or recreation before it gets developed by multifamily homes. On paper that sounds like it makes sense, but it's a tax on you, but it's actually a double tax. Well, actually a triple tax. They're going to double the open space, and then there's also losing ratables. See, all that sounds good. Well, we'll buy the land so there can be no development, and we can leave it as open space or recreation. Sounds good, doesn't it? Until you realize you lost ratables. And the more you lose ratables, the less ratables we have to spread out the operating costs of the town. Now, you keep knocking ratables off the charts here, and your taxes go up. When you're still, depends on who you want to talk to in Toms River, you're either 10%, 15%, or 25% off ratables from Sandy at Superstorm Sandy. The last thing you need to do is lose ratables. What do you do? Again, the open space idea, it's really a triple taxation, because they're going to double your tax, and then they're going to take ratables off the books. You don't want to do that. Now, controlling development by the township, if the township can buy land and control its development, that makes sense. But that costs money. And you can't use open space monies to do that. Because use open space, it has to be open space or recreation. And if you try to utilize open space land for development, then you got to replace it. I forget what the scale was, like 3 to 4 to 1. For every square foot you use open space for development, you got to find 3 or 4 square feet somewhere else. Not the best idea. How do you handle this? Well, you don't want to have a lot of multifamily development. Can you make it single family? You can possibly do that through tax incentives, maybe tax abatements for single family development, or go heavier into retail and commercial development. Now, commercial and retail development, you can easily handle through zoning. You can limit hours of operation, days of operation. You can put in blue laws in Toms River like they have in Bergen County. There's a lot of ways you can go about that. But we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, Retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia, you there, me here. We do this show. It's why we do it. We like doing it, don't we? Now, getting back to the development before we move to our next issue. You don't want to eliminate development because you still want job development. That's why I'm thinking more retail, more commercial, where you can really control things via zoning. You don't want to lose job development. You don't, like, again, I'm going to go back to the homeland, Jersey City. We don't have jobs in Jersey City anymore. When I was a kid, I could walk out the door and find a job. We don't have jobs. Our industrial and commercial properties, we built condominiums and residential units on it. There'll never be jobs attached to those properties again. So when we're, scratching our butt here saying, how can we get some jobs going? Well, we can't because we developed on all our industrial and commercial land. We got land on the border of the Hackensack River. Some people refer to the new Gold Coast, the Honeywell project. That used to be trucking terminals, Great Eastern, stores. We're going to put residential there. There'll be no jobs in that land. So when we wonder why we have some crime issues and we have a job problem, because we don't have any place for jobs. We don't want to limit that, but we can control development, commercial and retail, through zoning. So I wholeheartedly agree. Standing still with the development issue in Tom's River isn't working. You're going to have to get creative. I commend Roddick and Mo Hill for their ideas. I don't think the open space is the way to go because that really becomes like triple taxation on you. But standing still isn't the answer. So you're going to have to get creative, look at other communities on how they dealt with it. Moving on to our next topic. I'm like a minute behind on my topics. Tom's River. Here's a horrible little statistic for you. Tom's River is number 11 in sex offenders. Sex offenders who are residing in Tom's River. They are number 11 in the state of New Jersey. Right now, there are 70 registered sex offenders in Tom's River. Tom's River is the 8th largest community in New Jersey. Right now, you got 0.7, almost a little less than 1%, one sex offender per 1,000 residents in Tom's River. What happens with the sex, and the county is placing a good sizable amount of these sex offenders in Tom's River, but they kind of shuffle them around like a shell game. Now, a lot of these sex offenders aren't in Tom's River proper. They're kind of on Route 37 and those motels and SROs, those sort of things. And as Tom's River changes with the seasons, they can't have people on Route 37, or they can't sandbag a bunch of sex offenders in Seaside Heights, because once the season starts in April, May, the rentals are too expensive in Seaside Heights, because Seaside Heights got like 5 months to get their revenue, and their property owners have 5 months of rentals. So those sex offenders, and right now in Seaside Heights, there are 20 sex offenders. Basically, you have one sex offender in Seaside Heights for every 120 people. Not the season. During the season, there's 85,000 people in Seaside Heights. But during the off-season, it's like 2,400. Right now, there are 20. And one of the dangerous things about having sex offenders in Seaside Heights is somebody Googling to go to see, what do you want to spend the week in Seaside Heights? And again, the more money we spend on tourism in New Jersey, it comes back to us like 3 or 4-fold. Seaside Heights is an economic engine for Tom's River. It is Prince money for Tom's River and Ocean County. Route 37, everything does good when and Seaside Heights does well. When Seaside Heights has 4-5 million people a year, Ocean County, Tom's River is doing great. You want to hurt Seaside Heights? Have somebody Google and find out it's chock full of sex offenders put there by the county of Ocean. Nobody's going to sit there and say, oh man, they won't be there in April. They're going to say, oh man, I'm not going there in April. That's a big mistake. So I got to talk to some of the freeholders there. But what happens, those sex offenders that are in Seaside Heights right now, and there are like 20 of them there, come April, the county is going to move them into Toms River and further into Toms River, where motels, and in the story, and this is on NJ.com, where the motel rates are cheaper. Now, as you get closer to Seaside Heights, those motels on 37 and on 35, and of course in Seaside Heights itself and Seaside Park, get pretty pricey. So Ocean County moves these sex offenders around and they get closer to you. Now, there's a matter of how close they can be to a school, but does that make you feel better that they're not within 1,000 feet or whatever of a school, but they're within 500 feet of you? Now, again, not all these sex offenders are rapists. They could have been tweeting things, creating pornography, that sort of thing. Yeah, not all rapists, but they all got that same stigmatism to them now. And when you look it up and you see these people are in your community, that's a concern for you, and it should be. And what's dangerous is when they sandbag these people into Seaside Heights from, say, probably right after Columbus Day in October, right into April, and they stick them all in there because there is a ton of available motel space in Seaside Heights in the off-season. One of the things Mayor Boz is trying to get away from. Now, when I brought this to Mayor Boz's his attention, he had two problems. One, he said, we got bad landlords that are renting, and he's probably right. People are trying to get return on their investment. But Mayor Boz is trying to change how Seaside is perceived and how it operates. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. Looking at the clock here. I got to time myself. I got to know how many of these segments are. I'm here doing this by myself today. I'm in the North Bergen facility. I wanted to tape in Seaside, but there's work going on in that studio and across where my kid's house is. So I would be watching all the work, so I couldn't go down there. So I'll do it here. Getting back to the sex offenders, number 11 in the state is Toms River. Now, I keep talking about the connection between Jersey City and Toms River, the degree of separation, residence-wise. You don't need 6 degrees of separation. I can get you to Jersey City in about 2 with people in Toms River. Toms River is number 11. You want to guess who's number 10? Yes, the city of Jersey City is 10th in the state with registered sex offenders. Now, the difference is it's a far bigger city, far more population, and I think there's a little playing with numbers. Well, I know, like what I said with Seaside Heights, that is very dangerous to Seaside Heights. If that information gets out to people who are thinking about spending the summer in Seaside Heights or a week or a couple of days, and they find out it's chock full of, sex offenders, that's going to make it tough for Seaside Heights. So now, Alexa, I don't know what I say during the show, but I activate Alexa. When I started in radio with the Jersey City Talking Show, one of the things we did was we did a lot of consumer issues, a lot of civic stuff. I'm still huge with civics, still big with seniors. That's the kind of thing we want to do in Toms River, too. Usually people will send me an email or contact me about a problem with a consumer. A lot of times we'll get involved and we'll get them settled. Most companies don't want the television or streaming service to get involved, and usually upper management realizes there's a problem with lower management or some obnoxious customer service or technician or something. I've been dealing with NJR Home Services. Now, I've had 2 dealings with this company, and both of them have not been rewarding. Back when my kids purchased a home, there was a furnace. And we know nothing about this furnace, but we know it's under contract with NJR Home Services. So it was like October, I forget. Before the winter's coming in, I want to get the unit serviced, same as we do at home in Jersey City. Get the unit serviced, get it ready for the winter, and the technician guy comes in Jersey City, and he works on it for like an hour, gets it all set, and you're ready to go. You don't have to worry about the thing exploding or CO, all that stuff. Now, this furnace in Seaside Heights house, we know nothing about. So we call NJR Home Service. They got the contract. And so we'd like to get a service before, the winter comes in, it gets cold, before we turn this thing on. And they gave a date of like February. So, no, that's not working, February. We'll probably turn this thing on in, November. Certainly by December, right? Earliest date they can give us is February. So I go TV on them. And eventually I got to upper management, and I got a date, and they came in, they serviced the unit long before. So now summer's coming. Now I'm a preventive maintenance guy. Like my cars, I take care of them. I make sure they're serviced. Winter's coming, they're serviced for winter. Spring is coming, I get them ready for the summer. Same thing with appliances and the major stuff at home. Central air conditioning, there's 2 of them at the kids' house. One is out of service, and the other works. But we want to have them checked, and if we got to replace it, let's get it done now. So we figure we get all our options in place. NJR Home Service, call them again. They actually told me, we're not going to do that until the weather hits 65 degrees or 70 degrees. It's like, hell am I going to wait for that long? I want to get this thing taken care of now. I don't want to be rushing around trying to do AC work in, June. So I argue with, again, I just say 2 dealings, both of them unsatisfactory. So I start arguing with these people and saying, listen, get to the next level. Finally, I get somebody who's going to come in and do a service. And I'm pretty aggravated. So listen, I'm really having a bad experience with your company in my 2 dealings. I'm going to make sure we do everything right. I'm going to probably film this. Now, not that I need to bring my cameras, because the house has cameras all over the place. They set the appointment up for March 28th. Then I get a call last week. I think the guy's name was Matt. Says, we're not coming. We're not doing anything with you. We're not going to deal with you because you're the media and you're going to be watching our technician. You might film him. You're damn right I might. So I got to make sure things are done right. So they said, we don't want to deal with you. Whatever money we got from you, we'll send you back on the contract. That is unsatisfactory. Now, this is part of NJ Resources, NJ Natural Gas. There's a whole group of subsidiaries, and it's funny on the line, they always say they're not affiliated. I want to know what problems you have with NJR Home Services, because as I work up the corporate ladder, I'm getting nowhere. Nobody will return a call. Today, I put a call into Lawrence Downs. He is the chairman of the board and chief executive officer of NJ Resources. That is the parent company. Let's see if I hear from them. But there is a problem with management, and it goes to the customer service. Well, bad management rolls downhill, just like anything, you know what I mean, where it rolls downhill. Their Yelp, their B&B, their RevDex. I called the Monmouth County. I was checking with Ocean County. I do my due diligence, about customer complaints, consumer affairs. I call all the departments, and a lot of them refer to Monmouth County. The woman at Monmouth County, she goes on the computer and checks it up, and when she called up the account, NJ Home Services, I'm not kidding, she goes, oh my. A lot of complaints, a lot of refunds, a lot of mediation, that sort. I want to know if you have a problem. Get in touch with me at HMG TV shows or tweet me. You'll see it under the screen. I want to know what problems you have. All right, we're out of show. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.